A lot of Americans really like that.
Right, but the
The
problem is I
idea
just
that you're
don't think
getting
like it's like
something.
all you can eat for like $30 or whatever, right? But I just don't think I could eat enough to warrant $30.
But
It depends
I think you
on.
could.
Some buffets are really overpriced
So
for the quality.
can I talk about a story that happened to me at a like buffet kind of place?
Sure.
So I don't know if you guys know my friend John Smith, but my friend John Smith, he came from Mexico, right? And I flew him out to US. It was his first time ever in the US. So I thought it was his birthday. So I was like, I'm going to take John Smith to the most expensive restaurant that I can find. I want him to have a good
Nailed
birthday.
it.
You're gonna wine and dine him.
Yeah. I usually don't go to. No, I've never gone to a place that expensive. But I said for my friend John Smith, I'm gonna do it. And so we went, and it was one of those what do you call it, Brazilian steak places where they bring you steak over and over. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like a buffet, right?
Those are awesome.
Yeah. So the buffet was $60 per person, which is pretty expensive, right? But it's not like ridiculous. I think for John Smith, I do a lot more. So me and John Smith are at this buffet kind of place, this Brazilian steakhouse thing. We're having a good time. And John Smith, keep in mind, he's over 21, so he can drink over here. So this waiter comes to us, and he's got this like huge jar of like alcohol, right? It's like brandy or something. It's brandy. Sorry?
A jar?
Bottle. I'm sorry, bottle.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I forgot.
Yeah. So it's this massive bottle of alcohol. The guy comes to us like, okay, so I have this huge bottle of brandy that's like 100 years old and it's really tasty. And he does this like whole show because he like clings the glasses together. Everyone from the surrounding tables just stared at us because he was making like this huge deal on how this like 100 year brandy tasted so good. So I'm like, hey, John Smith, he's here. John Smith, this one's for you, buddy. Take this shot of brandy. I already knew this was kind of like the restaurant's way of like making extra money because that is not included in the whole like buffet thing.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, okay, how much could this cost? Like $50 for a shot. I think for John Smith's birthday, let's do it. So, yeah, wow. Yeah, I was like, it might be okay. I think it's gonna be fine. So he takes a shot. The guy says, oh, you gotta like swirl it a little, and you gotta wait a minute, and it tastes different, but it's just a little bit of alcohol for John Smith. John Smith tries it twice. He says, it's okay. He says, it's okay. Anyways, the night goes on. We're having a good time. The bill comes around.
How old is this brandy again?
Like 100 years old, apparently, something like that. Yeah. I know nothing about this. So this is me being naive. So I'm thinking, okay, so 60 per person plus like any extra drinks he might have gotten. Like he had these like $8 drinks or whatever. It's 150, 160. And I was like, that's okay because it's John Smith's birthday. That's fine. So the bill comes around. and the bill says $500 total.
Nailed it.
The bill says $500.
How? What's the money come? Where's the
fucking shot? The fucking shot was like fucking 300 and something dollars.
Yeah, 100-year-old
over
brandy.
300 goddamn dollars. That little bit of alcohol, it was so small. The glass was tiny. And the bill came out at $500. I'm like, what? Where did all this come from? and I was like freaking out. I called the waiter. I'm like, is this right? Okay, so for a little bit of context, and I probably should have included this in the story, the waiter did not really ask if we wanted. He just kind of poured it in and assumed that John Smith wanted it because John Smith never said yes. But he did it anyways. He poured it, and I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Enjoy this like shot at like what, $50 or something. It's something ridiculous. I thought $50, whatever. The goddamn bill ends up being over $300 for this 100-year-old goddamn brandy. I would have thrown a fit. I would have said I'm not paying for this because we didn't ask for it. But I didn't want to make John Smith uncomfortable. It was his first time in the U.S. I didn't want to have one of those Karen moments. I said I'm just gonna take the L on this one. But for a little bit of context, I mean, so obviously Mexico is a much cheaper place to live in, and so that is for one shot that is 6,300 pesos.
Oh, wow.
Which is fucking ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But yeah, so buffets, yeah, they're not a discount at all. Not a discount, not one bit.
I just think I want to go to a buffet now. Take me.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I still really like that place apart from the expensive shots.
You said they're not a discount. You bought 100-year-old brandy. You can't say, I went to a buffet, I bought 100-year-old brandy, and it costs $500. Not a discount. Would not buy again. Like, that's literally you. Like, come on.
British.
Quackity turned British for a second. That's on you. That's like, Mr. I don't drink brandy. I've never had brandy, and even I would know.
I didn't either. I'm not 21. I can't drink any of that.
BadBoyHalo.
Huh?
You big into your alcohol?
No, I'm not. But obviously, out of curiosity, I looked up what like 30-year-old brandy prices were, right? Because I was like, oh, this stuff. Like, I wonder how like age affects price, and like that, like a bottle of like every like 10 years you add on, like makes it that much more expensive. It's crazy.
I wish someone would have told me. I wish someone would have told me.
It's older than
an angry
me.
Yelp review.
I wonder what
right
it'll
afterwards.
taste like. I wonder how expensive it'll be. That's you, Quackity. Quackity, you're crazy. You got muffined.
I was upset. Yeah, I took the L. I took a fucking L. But also it was John Smith, and I don't know.
No, it's fine. Hey, you did it for
John
your friends.
Smith had an excellent dinner, and so did I. So
there you go.
Yeah, it's a scam, but
exactly.
Jesus.
Well, keep this in mind. The only way this ends up being like completely bad is if you don't learn from it. All right. So you've learned.
Yeah. No, I got.
There you go.
I got fucking destroyed.
Language, but there's a lesson.
You know what? I